Welcome everybody to episode 3 of the Golden Life Podcast. Today we will be starting a series and discussing the 5 types of cerebral palsy and how they affect people with cerebral palsy in children and adults. So first of all, I want to thank everybody for the support and remind them to please share, subscribe, and like the video, as this will help our community grow. And do not forget to comment, because engaging in comments is how we grow the community in the first place. So the first type of cerebral palsy I want to talk about today is called spastic cerebral palsy. This type of cerebral palsy causes muscle stiffness and spasms, and this is the one that I deal with. And if you can see, as I pick up my hand or my arm, everything I do on the left side. So that's my strongest side. And you see here how the muscles are tight, and it takes me a lot of time to make a fist or undo it. You see, that took probably 5 or 10 seconds just to do that. And it's taking a lot of strength just to hold my hand up like this. So the right side is the weaker side, and I can barely do anything on that side. So that's just some examples of the muscle stiffness and the tone. But the tone, for example, is what a lot of people, when they go to physical therapy and they have disabilities, they work on your muscle tone, like they do range of motion or massaging or those things to help a person relax. So those are just some examples of spastic cerebral palsy. How it affects me is, when it's cold or I sit in one position, it's very, very difficult to get loosened and move. Say, for example, I'm in a car ride, which I do love going places and going out in the community, but sometimes afterwards I would be really tired because I'm stiff and sitting in one spot. So that would be difficult for me. The second type of cerebral palsy I really don't know much about is athetoid cerebral palsy. I actually have not heard of this before. This type of cerebral palsy causes uncontrolled, slow, and writhing movements. I guess that would be like something that if you jump or you hear a loud noise or you have you get startled, that's things that you are uncontrolled, that you can't control. I can't talk much about that because, like I said, I haven't heard of it. The third one is ataxic cerebral palsy, and this type of cerebral palsy affects the balance, coordination, and depth perception. It's mostly common in children, small children and babies up to the age of 10 or 11. They have a lot of issues with speaking and the strength of the way they get their words out. Like, they will be very soft-spoken. They won't be like me, where I can just talk. I do have some muscle weakness in my voice, but that is because of age and due to age and just the older skeletal body with aging with the disability. But for children up to 10, it's different for them. They really have to have speech therapy, and they have to learn how to say their words correctly. They also have trouble walking. If they do walk with their balance, they use a walker or what's called like a gait belt to help them stand up and to make sure that they don't fall over to the left or to the right. So the fourth kind of cerebral palsy is mixed cerebral palsy. This type of cerebral palsy combines symptoms of the first 3 that I talked about, or it could combine all 5 types of cerebral palsy. So depending on what the doctor says in the diagnosis when your child is born, then they could suffer with many different mixed types of cerebral palsy. So that's just a basic example that all of those groups are mixed together. The last type, I have no idea what it is actually brand new to me. It's called hypnotic cerebral palsy. This type of cerebral palsy causes reduced muscle tone, making it difficult to maintain proper posture and causing floppiness in the limbs. So, for example, hypnotic cerebral palsy would be like a child cannot hold their neck up, it would just fall down. Or when they try to move, they would just keep rolling and wouldn't be able to control it or stop. Their arms, when they went to pick up their arm, it would just fall down. They would probably have to have someone holding them or have someone with them for trunk and strength support. So that is the 5 types of cerebral palsy that I just wanted to share with you guys so that you could be educated and have more information. Going forward, we will actually make a series out of this, discussing in depth each type of cerebral palsy, doing more research, seeing if I can provide you more information on each one in depth. I think it would be a good resource to have that in a series for you guys. So if anybody that's watching in the comments, please leave what type of cerebral palsy you have, or if you know anyone with these types of cerebral palsy. Again, it's very important to help the community grow, to engage, and I will read the comments and I will respond. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and I look forward to bringing you more content. This has been the Golden Life Podcast, and thank you for watching.